Hey everybody, Patrice from Agent Score Report and host of Agent Score Report podcast. So today I'm just like chiming in today because I had the most interesting conversation. I was speaking to someone who worked for a certain company. Let's call her Erika. And so anyways, I meet this lady. She tells me, she was asking me, I tell her, I'm an insurance agent. I have a little small agency of agents that still run under me, even though I don't recruit or hire anything like that. These are just people that kind of spilled over from my last great migration. So in any case, and then, she starts asking me questions. She's like, oh, you're an agent? I said, yeah, I totally am an agent. And then she was just like, well, she goes, starts asking me questions. How do you get clients? And we're just walking really fastly. And I'm just like, you could, look into your friends and family, your more market people around you, you can network, talk to people. I'm like, I talk to people all the time. There's no one within 6 feet that does not need life insurance or be connected to someone that needs it. I was like, you can also use your social media to reach out to people, to connect with them, stuff like that. And, and I'm like, the other thing you can do is you can buy leads. And I said, I don't recommend it per se, because there's a cost factor in that. And most people don't have that to start. So that's not something I would push on to someone, especially if you don't have the tools or the resources to really execute those leads to its fullest potential. You're really just going to be leaving money on the table. So anyways, she then mentions me, she has a policy from Erika. And I was like, oh, I was just like, well, I was like, if cost is the reason, I'm like, I don't believe that is the lowest product on the market. There's other things there. And that's when I saw the cult mentality. And this is the thing that really makes me mad about this industry. It's like, as soon as I said something bad about it, became instantly defensive. And it's just like, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. And again, it brings back to my whole point as to why it is that I'm doing this website and this podcast. All of these companies have their pros and their cons. My goal is I want to connect you to the good people working there that are doing the right things, that are going to have resources, that are going to do training, that are going to answer the phone when you call and help you and do right by your clients and, not set your clients up for failure. So I told her, I said, well, that product that you have, the price goes up all the time. Most of these clients, and especially this day and age, cannot handle an increase. Everything is going up. Their policy can't go up because they will cancel that thing. So we have to put people in positions to win. She then states, well, my this and that and the other thing, shh. So she starts, sorry guys, my students are coming in while I'm recording. So anyways, so then she starts to tell me that, now I'm gonna have to cut and edit this thing. But then she tells me that I was just saying, there's policies out there that are far cheaper and far superior than the product that you have that'll put your family in the best position. And again, I'm not trying to sell her anything. I'm just letting her know what's available out there. Go do it yourself, especially because she seems to claim to be an agent. But then she goes, no, my policy does have living benefits. And I'm like, baby, that policy does not have living benefits. And I was like, I've been in this industry for over a decade. I don't pretend to know everything, but I do know my competitors. I do know their products because I need to be educated and mindful when I sit in front of people and I help them to the best of my expertise. I cannot be working for a company that only has one product. That gives me tunnel vision, thinking what I have is the best when it is not the best. It is just one of many that is available. And frankly, it sets people up for failure. And I told her, I have replaced tons of those policies more than once because the clients were not going to be able to afford that. For instance, I sat with a family that were teachers. They were unaware that their policies were going to have a significant jump, and I mean from $60 a month to $400 a month. They were not going to be able to afford that as retiring teachers because their income was not going to be looking like the way it was when they were working. So again, I was able to jump in there and protect that family. And even then, that cult mentality still popped up because they wanted to reach out to their agent to verify if my claims were true. And I told them, if you text your agent, she's going to know I'm here because that is a very smart question to ask from a client that knows nothing about this industry. They text their agent. She responds, hey girl, all the things. Then she asks about her policy. Very specific question, just wanting to know, hey, when does my policy go up? She did not respond to her for the rest of the weekend until Monday. Because I told her that. I told her textbook exactly what they were going to do. So my point being and said, the woman began to challenge me and say that her product has living benefits on it. I said, ma'am, terminal illness rider is not a living benefit. Baby, that is a death benefit, if you will. So I told her, I said, hey, read your contract. Your contract's black and white. Read your policy, is what I instructed her to do, because I was not going to argue with you when you can go read a whole contract that will tell you that is not what you have on your policy. So needless to say, again, this is why that I'm doing what I'm doing, why I am having the podcast, why I want to make sure we're connecting agents to the industry so they have everything they need to have the best foot forward. That's why I'm partnering with Casey and LifeWise so that agents can have the proper training when it comes to IULs. This is why I'm partnering with R6 Integrity, who offers a CRM that is cheap and affordable so that agents can manage their clients and do everything at an affordable price and rate, all while not being recruited by the people that are hosting these, because there are so many people doing this, but they all have malicious intentions. We are going to change the narrative of this industry, period. Anyways, I'm Patrice with Agent School Report and host of Agent School Report podcast. Signing off. I will talk to y'all later.